we are no longer in a situation where we have the luxury to choose for things that are considered nice to have in Josephine County anymore. We're at a point, having shut down the Juvenile Shelter and Detention Facility, which was a model not more than a year and a half ago. And so we've had to make some pretty tough decisions. Previous boards have, and this one going forward. So, it's no small decision when there's fiscal impact to the general fund, potentially, for a program to go forward. At some point, we are going to have to, say yay or nay to all of these departments that rely on general fund.
Is there a bit of deferred maintenance going on, though? I wonder if, in the process of trying to make sure that you're trying to cover the cost of operating, if things that get cut to the bone include things like building maintenance, painting, stuff like that.
Absolutely. Anybody who's been to the fairgrounds has probably noticed that we've had to put a plastic system over the arena that is an old arena, but it's still structurally sound. And so we have been deferring roof maintenance and doing what we could on the cheap to kind of limp along. But if you could do a back of the envelope sketch, that there's a couple $1 million worth of deferred maintenance out at the fairgrounds right now that needs to take place for the fairgrounds to have a viable future. But we're kind of looking for them to have better fiscal times to start putting money back into the infrastructure out there.
So it's not just a matter of being in the black, it's being in the black with a bit of a cushion that you can throw into reserve for things like fixing the roofs.
Well, and a plan for the future of the fair. One of the reasons we've seen this downturn and it hitting the fairgrounds harder is there's a definite transition probably across the state. All fairs are actually having a little bit of a fiscal challenge that I'm aware of in the state of Oregon and maybe across the country. But the general sentiment about fairs is it's in a point of flux, I think, in society. So having to reinvent themselves and do it to where they're in the black and serving the need of the public, that's going to be the fair's challenge going forward. I feel like the agriculture community in Josephine County is changing a little bit. They're certainly older than they used to be, with maybe just a little less energy. And I don't see it being replaced by enough of the younger population, the younger generation, to come in and take up the slack. There's fewer of those than there needs to be.
I know we've talked to programs that do some outreach to try to bring new people into the farming business, because the number I saw recently was fairly shocking that most of the family farmers in the country, the average age is above 60 now.
Yes, and I would say that's probably even low in Josephine County. I go to the young farmers and the Farm Bureau meetings, and there's a fairly senior population. There's a couple of young people that come, but more often than not, it's the people that I've seen working these farms for 30-plus years, and they were not young when I was a kid. So that's definitely the case.